Okay, let's go ahead and do this, everyone. This is homework number 2. Simplify each expression below. So this is one of those fraction decimal buster, right? So since this is actually, we don't even need to do that, right? This is all just simplifying it. So they're both y's. And if this is 1y plus 0.03y, right? It's just like you adding 1 with 0.03. The total is going to be 1.03y. That's your answer. Okay, z minus 0.2z. Again, this is 1z minus 0.2z. So if we're going to do that, we're going to use 1.0 minus 0.2, right? So because they're both z, so I can do that. So looking at this is like $1 minus 20 cents, right? So you can think of it like that. You can do some borrowing, but I'm going to go ahead and say $1 minus 20 cents makes 0.8 or 80 cents. Z, 0.8z. The last one, we got 1 plus 0.002x, right? 1x plus 0.002x. So that's like saying $1, actually less than or $1 with 3 zeros, and 0.002. If I add them, I get 1.002. That'll be x. So that's my 3 answers: 1.03y, 0.80z, and 1.002x. Graph the slope triangle and use it to write the equation of the line shown below in the graph below. Right. So the slope triangle is this. So we start on the left side and we're going to go down. I don't know how much. Looks like, let's see, from 2 to 4, that's going to be down 2. Right. Oh, sorry, that's x. Never mind. That's not down 2. Let's see, slope triangle. So down, let's see, it's from 150 to 130. So that's going to be down 20. Now over how much? So that's going to be from 2 to 4. So that's going to be 2. Right? So your change in y is going to be negative 20. And your change in x is going to be from 2 to 4. Right? That's actually going to be 2. So 2 to 4 is you're going up 2. So your slope is the change in y over the change in x. So negative 20 divided by 2 is going to be negative 10. Right? The equation on the line, I will need to have y equals mx plus b. And another y equals mx plus b. Okay. Now, I already know the m. It's negative 10. So I can write down y equals negative 10 right here. Okay. And the x, I'm just going to leave it as x, but I need to know the b. Over here, I'm going to use everything I know. So I'm going to write negative 10 for the m. And I'm going to use one of these 2 points. I'm going to use 2 and 150. So 2 is the x. And 150 is my y. And plus b. So this is 150 equals negative 10 times 2 is negative 20 plus b. Then I'm going to go ahead and add 20. So I get my b is equal to 150 plus 20 is 170. And that's what my b is. So it's plus 170. And that's my answer. The last one. Harry the Hungry Hippo is munching on some lily pads in his pond. When he arrives at the pond, there are 20 lily pads, but he's eating 4 lily pads per hour. Heinrich the Hungry Hippo found a better pond with 29 lily pads. He eats 7 lily pads per hour. Okay, so you can do this a couple different ways. This is just 2 different ponds. You can write it as a pattern. You can write it as an equation. Okay, whatever you want to do. Let's see. if Harry and Heinrich start eating at the same time, when will their pawns have the same amount of lily pads remaining? Right. So, let's just write patterns. Right. Let's do a pattern. So this is going to be Henry or Harry. And this is going to be Heinrich. So Henry starts off at 20 lily pads, and he eats 4 per hour. Right, so that's Harry. So you start off at 20. So as at time 0, right? You start off at 20. Heinrich starts off at 29 lily pads, and he eats 7. So he starts at 29. Right? So the pattern for Heinrich is he eats 7, so he's going to take away 7. And the pattern for Harry is he eats 4, so he's going to take away 4. Right? So we're going to continue that pattern. So 20 take away 4 is 16. That's after 1 hour. 29 take away 7 is 22. Right? So that's after 1 hour. That's what happens. Okay. After 2 hours, we're going to do the same thing again. He eats another 4. And after another hour, he eats another 7. So that gets us what? 16 minus 4 is 12. 22 minus 7 is what? 15. Right? That's 2 hours. So 3 hours in, let's see what happens there. Right? So Harry's going to eat another 4. And Heinrich's going to eat another 7. So it's 12 minus 4 is what? 8. 15 minus 7 is, that's also 8. Right? So we know that after 3 hours, right? When will their pawns have the same amount of lily pads? This is 3 hours. How many pawns are going to be left in each of the pawn at a time? Well, there's going to be 8 left. Okay. You can also do this with a couple of different other ways, but I think this is the first thing that comes to mind.